Fresh Girls Cup! Let's start!
Hello honeys! I've collected all 171 official good coords and I put them all together for you with mostly made up names. This is a huge list, so we're going to speed through a lot of these with my honest opinions. I'm also planning a holiday present for you, so if you're watching this in November 2023, make sure to check out the outro for more info. Enjoy!
Poise, destroy.
This ranking was so painful, and a lot of the time I was judging silhouette versus color palette. This one has both an awkward silhouette and mismatched neon colors with black accents. Easy last place. These boots are such a bold choice for this otherwise potentially passable outfit. I'm really shocked, and not sure who to blame. I can kind of see what they were doing with this, like a ballerina-esque silhouette, but I don't understand the color choices. In what world does this look like an appealing combination? If you think this one is fun, I hear you and I understand, but to me this big pink skirt looks like it's been draped over a maybe tolerable shirt and tights combination. Even with like basic shorts, I think this one would be a stretch. The only reason I ranked this outfit higher than the last one is that the top and shoes match a little better, I think. At least with how blurry this image is, the contrasting prints are knocked back a little. Okay, cool, here's a somewhat cohesive color palette. This skirt is honestly not my favorite and I don't think the blue striped socks are working as intended, but if you made me say something nice here, I could do it. Cute silhouette. I'm starting to question my own ranking, but these coords are fighting for position and the bar is very low. What happened with this top choice? Surely there must have been something to match the dark purple and yellow palette they had going here. I refuse to believe this was the best they had. I don't like the red and brown tights paired with all these other colors. It's maybe cute, but why red and brown? They're such harsh colors compared with how bright everything else is. The Ronald McDonald shoes are hurting me, but if you just cover those, then the top and skirt kind of work. Still not my favorite, and the shoes are definitely dragging it down, but it's a relatively classic look all things considered. Again, here's a top and shoe combination that looks cute, but why such a high contrast skirt? I don't think it succeeds at adding any more maturity or grounding to the tone. So what was the intention here? It's a mystery. There's something about the furry scarf that really creeps me out here. It's definitely a sensory issue on my part, but I think I'd be so uncomfortable in this top. That said, the color palette is pretty good and the pieces match well enough for what we've seen so far. Here's another case of a pretty good top and bottom combination with just a weird unnecessary choice for shoes. Were they going for a match with the browns in the other two pieces? The fluffy socks are just so out there, I don't know how else you justify them. You tell me if I'm crazy, but just squint and tell me if the silhouette being relatively normal makes up for the weird colors going on here. I don't know if they do, but I'm a little relieved to just see something so basic in terms of shape finally. I don't know, the drop waist on this outfit is working for me, I guess. It's a very bell-shaped cord, but look how nice it is when all the pieces are in relatively the same color family. I can actually see what they were trying to do with this. This one hurts. The top and skirt are so cute together, a perfect color match too. And then there's the boots. I don't need to say anymore. Nice things first. I like the sweater and the shoes and the studded socks. Those are all very cute. Mean things. I hate this skirt so much. I can only maybe imagine liking it in like a teddy bear inspired look. I know that's vague, but I'm trying my best. I think I know how this outfit happened. I think they were trying to pair these red and white boots with Kaide's hair color. In that case, the problem is with the dress. Friends, red and green may be complementary colors, but you need a split complementary system if you want to incorporate that blue. I do like the dress separately though, it's cool. This is another one where I'm being viciously attacked by boots. At least with how bright and playful the top and bottom pieces are, it almost looks intentional to have such a random accent color. We still have no idea why they chose navy, but I can almost see the vision here. And again, why such dark colors on the leg pieces? I would give them the shoes matching the pinks in the skirt print, but you can't just ignore how vastly off the stockings are from the rest of the outfit. There are rules. We live in a society. This skirt is back with pink boots again, but at least they're just ankle boots. The top and skirt match fine, I guess. The cream color is off between them, but there's only so much we can do. At least the black stockings have little rhinestones on them to kind of fit the beads on the skirt. I feel like I can negotiate with this outfit. The tights are still not my favorite choice, but the red shoes are pulling from the red hearts in the skirt, and that's a good starting point. There's a shaky primary color scheme that looks pretty fun, and overall I'm a little relieved. This one also feels salvageable to me. I think it's hitting the right playful tone, and the stripes in the black skirt create an okay visual rhythm with the striped socks. The patterns do contrast each other between the pieces, but each one is relatively simple in shape, so those print contrasts to have room to breathe. Still not great, but not painful for me. I don't know what I was thinking putting this one up here. I must have been distracted by the kind of interesting silhouette the vest makes here. You see what they're doing by making these shoes pink to match Sakura's hair color? It's got nothing to do with the rest of the outfit. In my defense, I am vaguely intrigued by the vest. Yeah, I think I had silhouettes on the brain with these. The shape of the skirt combined with the crop jacket is pretty interesting, very 50s inspired. I don't like the shoes being hot pink. I don't know why that was necessary. If you cover those up, it looks kind of fine, I guess. Okay, so here the vest top is at least purple to match the purple trim on the skirt. That's nice. The pink shoes have got to be there to match the rainbows in the skirt print, I guess. They're not even that pink though. Points for trying, I suppose. I'll be brave and admit that I don't enjoy orange and red together in most cases. It is somewhat nice that they've matched the brown in the belted top to the brown trim in the shorts, and the purple shoes almost match the purple undershirt. I can see where they were going here. If I open my mind just a little, I can imagine this being a fun outfit. I don't like the skirt personally, but the jacket is matched well to the shoes and socks, and the skirt pulls out all the colors from the top and those little gem details. Not horrible. Not for me though. I almost think the frilly top and ripped jeans are a cute look, but you cannot overlook those bright red boots. Why are they here? Who are they for? Is anyone happy with this? This outfit isn't perfect. I would have preferred a higher waist on this skirt, but it is a little cute that the blue buttons on the shirt match the skirt color. I could have gone without purple shoes, but it's tolerable. I like these colors. The purple and orange are both warm enough to work together, and the yellow is pulling them together nicely too. The silver and blue shoes kind of match the star pendant necklace, but if that's too much of a stretch for you, then at least the shoes are small enough not to be distracting. Here we have another monochromatic coord with a few pops of yellow. I do not like the contrast between the linear stripes of the top and the organic shape of the camo print, but it's not that bad. If you squint, this one looks cute. Do you think they keep giving Sakura pink shoes because of her hair? Coincidence or not, they still aren't matched to the outfit. I know I put this one this high up because I like the sleeveless silhouette, but the colors are definitely a downside here. If you're brave, I think this outfit could work. The giant boots are at least matching the value of the pants, so they aren't too distracting. Them being a solid color also helps tie into the solid color of the top, and the overall palette is pretty consistently warm. I don't know if pastel yellow is the best choice, but I think they were going for more of a cream, which would have been fine. This one isn't perfectly cohesive, but I think it's fun. The cropped hoodie is a very energetic piece, and so is the ice cream print of the skirt. The blue, orange, and white shoes straddle the palette between them, and it might not have been that bad if they were taller to give them more room to bring the other two pieces together. I'm not a fan of the skirt, but objectively speaking, this outfit works pretty well. A relatively cohesive palette, a classic silhouette, and cute basic accessories that all match decently. Not the worst. I know for a fact I ranked this one up here because I like this silhouette. The top and shorts are working pretty well together, and I want those boots to match their color palette so bad. I really like the weight they add to the bottom of the outfit. They're nice grounding elements if you ignore the color. I wanted to rank this one lower, but it's honestly not that bad. The slightly earthier tones in the top and the medallion lace tie into the colors and patterns of the skirt surprisingly well. The shoes don't fit in as well to me, but their shape is fine. I think this one could go either way. Either the lavender pants are too pastel to fit the top, or the pink bell is tying them together enough. The black socks are definitely helping, and I can see what they're doing with the red shoes and Ichigo's ribbon. It's alright. The pattern pants are a super loud element here, and I wouldn't have chosen pastel purple to match the fuchsia panel on the top, but this is definitely an intentional look. I could see someone really loving this outfit. Here, the main tone is playful, and that's what brings everything together for me. The round, almost fluffy looking shoes suit the softness of the top, and the skirt is just soft enough to match them. Still not great, but okay. Okay, so this is where I start to feel a little brainwashed. Am I crazy or does this work? The shoes are a little dark, but it's almost like the skirt is serving as a mid-tone and a gradient between the pastel top and the dark saturated boots. If it's supposed to be funky and fun, I think it's succeeding. These navy boots are back, and honestly with the flower rhinestone appliques on them, they do kind of match the flowers on the shorts. It's still not my favorite look, but the dark boots almost have a nice grounding effect on this outfit. I think the sweater helps too since it looks like a colder weather outfit even with the shorts. And here's this fur scarf top I dislike again. Notice the shoes. They love matching the shoes to the hair color. I do the same thing so I can't blame them, but it really doesn't serve the outfit. I kind of get it since the shoes look like they match the color of the scarf a little in card form, and I do think this is a really nice skirt and top combination. So close. I forget why this is here. The top is so light since the shirt is sheer that maybe just the contrast with the heavy boots is enough for my brain. I maintain that pants work best with them, and this isn't the worst top to match those two pieces. Acceptable, I think. With this outfit, you're getting the warm and cozy sweater with the somewhat warm and cozy quilted skirt. The shoes are doing their best to combine the colors of those pieces, and the skirt's pink trim isn't that far off of the color palette. I see the vision here. Since there's no full body image of this outfit, its ranking is hinging pretty heavily on those rose appliques on the shoes. I have to imagine it, so it might not be as good as I'm thinking, but I have a feeling that the shoes could tie the loose florals and gradients and the other two pieces together. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. To be honest, I don't like this skirt on its own, but the top is working pretty well with it. The playful tone of the boots and socks are successfully bringing out the more playful tone of the skirt, so overall I think this outfit has a good tonal balance. I wouldn't blame you if you don't like it though. Here's another interesting silhouette. We don't see a ton of sneakers in Aikatsu, so I think I'm giving extra bonus points for novelty. The graphic text on the shirt at least matches the pastel mosaic socks decently. The red sleeves and black trim shorts are a little harsh in contrast to those elements, but I get the feeling the options were limited. This one makes me mad because I understand, but I don't want to understand. The shoes are the focal point look. They grabbed a warm toned sweater with fluffy trim to match the shoes, then they grabbed a black skirt to match the darker tone in the leopard print. Clever, but I think it only barely works. This skirt is really difficult for me because I don't like it, but it does work here for infuriating reasons. The top and shoes are perfectly matched together, but they went for a split complementary color scheme and it works. The darker colors are lightened up with white trim, and I can't deny that it all looks fine. More fun with silhouettes. I kind of love that they committed to the huge gap between the shorts and the pumps. It's a very bold look, and they emphasize it with the long sleeve t-shirt. The playfulness of the shirt is really trying to bring the tone down to something more youthful, and I respect it for that. Here's another skirt I don't like. I just think the print is too sparse. It does work fine with the colors and cut of the top though. Once again, these shoes are here just slightly off of the main color palette, but the socks are matching the sleeves of the jacket, so it's fine I guess. It is so interesting to have this high-low crop top paired with capris and pumps with ankle socks. I think the aggressive color blocking in the silhouette works in a weirdly satisfying way. Like all the proportions are right. The colors are just okay together, but there's this really unique visual rhythm to this outfit that I appreciate. The top and skirt for this one work really well together, but they're pushing it with the cowboy boots. The lighter tan is somewhat in line with the orange skirt, so it's getting a little bit of a pass for me, but I'm not happy about it. I kind of understand what's happening here. They've got this skirt as the focal point that is black with a black and white spotted panel or bag, I think. So they found these black and white spotted socks and had to take the yellow shoes with them. Then the top has black accents and the rhinestones are supposed to have a yellow tint to them, but they just don't show up enough to match the bright yellow shoes. Unfortunate, but I get it. This one might be too high up. I think I was tricked by the visual rhythm of the ruffles on the top and shorts. What are those shoes doing here? I do see what I was thinking, the silhouette is pretty interesting, but we can't forgive how out of place those shoes look. Every time I see this, I just think, really, this is all we have to give? This is a fine outfit with a limited palette and okay texture variation with statement boots to give it some personality. But it's still boring, right? This one is almost exactly the same as the other marshmallow sweater and quilted skirt outfit, but it has more wintry boots. And that's really all it takes at this point in the list, just being more on theme, I guess. I'm sure a lot of you know how much I like a Christmas outfit, so Garden Christmas is really hurting me here. Why go with this bright green and still use such dark red accents? The yellow also feels really out of place in this palette. Why would they do this? I don't know why they keep putting these cowboy boots on these pastel outfits. The top and skirt are adorable and then you look down. Why? These shoes are not doing enough to tie in the pastels from the top, but I could be convinced that this outfit is cute. The silhouette is very rounded and sweet. The jewels on the skirt do pull in a lot of color from the top. Not horrible. With this one, we are starting to see my nautical theme bias peek through, and we will see a lot more of it. If you think the black skirt and shoes were better, I hear you. My brain believes the lighter color palette is just a little bit more cohesive and fits the cuteness of the top. I 100% understand anyone who would throw this outfit down to the bottom of their list, and I also understand if this is one of your favorite looks. It is bold, loud, and doing so much. I respect the matching of the pink shoes to the pink trim in the top. The red shorts are a choice, but they do provide the right dramatic tone to the rest of the outfit. Once again, we have perfectly innocent intentions being ruined by a bad shoe-sock combo. You can see that they wanted the purple and yellow from the boots to match the purple and yellow of the shorts, but they had to also include these gray ribbed socks, which are totally out of place. It's such a waste. This outfit is fine in silhouette, theme, and color palette, but it just has a slight awkwardness to it in that all of the pieces are just slightly off from each other. The yellow accent of the shoes is a little too big. The top uses white accents and the skirt uses black accents. Very close to being actually pretty. This time we're matching the skirt to Kaide's hair color, so that's fun. The crop puffer jacket is at least a fun contrast with the pleated skirt, and the colorful shoes emphasize the playful tone. It's a little silly looking, but if you're looking for a silly goofy time, I think this is cute. If you've seen my Featuring Girl deep dive, which I recommend, you should intuitively know that I love this dress. I don't like how it's been paired with bright pink and gold heels and fishnets, but I'm being very biased and ignoring them. Ichigo wears this dress in the show, and it still hurts me a little because I get it, but I also don't. I don't like this dress design. The bow tie just isn't working for me. I also don't think the shoes are adding much here, but I can see an argument that the shoes being small and poofy lets the poofiness of the dress shine more. Sure. I'm not a fan of khaki. I had to wear a lot of it for school, so it reads as uncool to me, but this outfit does work pretty well. It indulges in a little splash of color for the heels, so I'm sure someone had fun making this outfit. The shoes and the jacket for this one are such a great color match that I'm almost okay with ignoring the fact that the geometric skirt print doesn't fit in at all here. The color palette is working fine, the crop top is interesting, and overall I think good choices were made. This outfit is so close to being iconic for me, but the shoes betray it, and it's just a domino effect of missed opportunities. The black gloves are a big part of the problem since they're a super heavy element to pair with the pastel pink camisole. They almost saved it with these black and red tartan pants, but it's risky because the contrast in tone is almost overwhelming. The pink shoes really push it over the edge into looking like an unintentional mess, unfortunately. Everything is really cute and fun here, but I see that weird black and red garter cuff. It's sad because the shoes do work really well with the top and skirt, but because it has to include the garter, it gets dragged down. They could have at least posed the character to hide it, but they were honest and I respect that. Is it just me or are these colors really richly saturated and shiny? It's beautiful texturing, and I think I ranked this outfit higher because of that. You could almost convince me that the top and skirt work together. They have these navy-ish accents in common, but what happened with those boots? Surely there was something else we could have done here. Personally, I am not a huge secondary color scheme fan, so this outfit is underwhelming to me, although I recognize that it works perfectly fine. If you're a bigger green, orange, and purple fan, then here you go. I hope you really like this one. I find this color palette to be a lot more interesting. You have the white and navy contrast as the base, and then you have the green and pink contrast for more visual interest. The lace stockings aren't all that necessary here, but thanks to the dark colors in the bottom half of the outfit, they blend in reasonably well. Very interesting, cute even. The visual rhythm of the top and skirt are too satisfying to ignore on this one. Sure, the shoes are really loud and kind of odd in combination with them, but the colors in the rest of the outfit are blending beautifully. It looks like something straight out of my childhood. Here's a more sensible option, nothing wrong here. You could dislike how metallic the shoes look or not appreciate the range of tones between the pastel sweater and the sheer stockings, but overall this outfit won't hurt you. Here we have bold winter fun. The contrasting patterns in all the pieces are tied together really well by the almost jewel tone color palette. You also have the lacing of the boots repeating the rhythm of the lacing in the skirt, which fits oddly well with the Christmas sweater style patterns in the jacket. Weird, but I like this one. This outfit is reading very Blue's Clues to me. Is anyone else getting that? It's gotta be the bright color blocking and big stars combined with striped socks. The brown shoes are reading as very friendly and approachable here too. The shoes look weird here, sure, but again I think they're trying to match Ron's hair color. It's definitely a choice since the top and pants match almost perfectly. All things considered, this is cute. I almost want to switch this one with the last outfit we saw using this jacket, but I think this version is just a little cleaner. You still have these bold color contrasts, and I am torn on the boots, but I think overall it's working. You just have to be willing to be a little bold, and this could work for you. I'd love to know the logic behind these pink boots. Are they supposed to match the undershirt of the top? That has to be it. The black zebra print skirt wouldn't be my first choice to pair with these two pieces, but for what it is, I think it looks alright. I am genuinely so torn on this dress. I almost hate it, but I also kind of love it. The shoes match it fine, so all that's left are my conflicting feelings. Please tell me which way you're leaning. I'm all alone on this one and I need to be swayed. There's not much I can say about this one. It's very close to my personal style, but just a little too pushed in every direction. I do like the look, but I'm not sure if the dark blue sleeves and the black stockings are working together as intended. Very clever, the skirt and top are working pretty well here. They both use similar colors in a playful tone, so any of my personal reservations don't hold much water. The pastel shoes are a slightly odd choice, but they're really not that bad. This outfit is safe, cute, and honestly a little boring. Every piece is so simple that putting them together is fine, but not much more than that. This one is also pretty safe, nothing crazy going on with the color palette, and a basic silhouette. Not that impressive, but cute. The top and bottom are so cute here. Once again we have random darker colored shoes and stockings, but maybe it's because the stockings are sheer that I don't think they're that bad. The shoes are at least trying to pull in yellow and red accents. I gave up a little here. There's like an oddly professional vibe to this outfit with the blazer and the sheer tights, and I guess it works. If you wore this to your first day of a fashion internship, people might not even question you that much. Again, slightly odd shoe choice, but I see what they're going for with the pink socks. The top and bottom work together, and overall this is fine. These bright pink shorts are a bold choice, especially with those pastel ankle boots. But I don't have the heart to say it looks bad. The black socks match the top really well, and the denim jacket gives a nice amount of structure. Okay, so here's the cutoff point of outfits I actually like on a technical level. The color palette is solid here. I like the weird little mesh cardigan. I think it has good rhythm with the houndstooth print of the pants. The shoes pull their orange and yellow from the top, and the belt even matches that orange stripe in the top too. Yay! Not my favorite dress design honestly, but this entire outfit is almost cheating since the pieces were all made to go together. But the wiki counts it, so it's here. It's very theatrical and cute, and there's nothing technically wrong with it. For me, the smart move on this outfit is the pairing of the scalloped hemlines on the top and bottom. Their color palettes match well, and I would bet money that the shoes are meant to match Thayra's hair ribbon. I get it. We've seen this skirt a lot, but this shirt actually does a good job of pulling out the greens and yellows from the geometric print and making them more of a focal point. The black shoes are a little dark, but they're so minimal it's not distracting. Good enough. I honestly don't like these boots, but they keep getting used in really interesting ways. Here they solidify a really beautiful jewel-toned red and green contrast between the top and the shoes. The fluffy cuffs on each piece are also a really intentional element. I'm used to seeing denim as a neutral, so I'm also perfectly happy with adding the random graphic print blue shorts. This is just a basic cowboy outfit. I can hear people saying that this isn't a good coord and it's just a brandless one, but I don't make the rules. People asked for this and now we have to look at it and say, yeah, sure, it's a cute outfit. I got really bold with this one. The boots are a huge stretch. I just have a soft spot for this sweater and these shorts, and they're not even my preferred style. Do you think this affects my credibility? Don't say yes. This outfit works, but I'm not happy about it. The floral print in the corset is a good match for the floral print in the skirt, and the pinks and blues in the shoes match the top well. The skirt is a little more saturated than I'd like, but honestly the balance of structured and unstructured pieces make it a pretty nice silhouette. I'm also really torn on this one since we don't get a full body model of it. Is it cheating that the dress is just pretty on its own? I think the shoes could probably work with it. The tights are sheer, so they would make a decent gradient down to the bottom of the outfit. I'm taking the risk. The big chunky pastel appliques are making the skirt and bottom work together. The purple color helps, especially since the boots emphasize that the temperature of the purple doesn't really matter here. Once again, we have dark stockings, but they do enhance the overall contrast of the outfit in a relatively subtle way, so they work fine. This is an outfit from the anime, and although I don't totally agree with the choice of shoes, I don't think they're distracting. It's a cute casual outfit. I remember the theme was a date outfit, so it's working in that way, I suppose. They've outsmarted me on this one. The gray socks tie right into the gray shirt. The red shoes then pull from the red stripes in the skirt and some of the red in the shirt print. The yellow is a little random, but it works too because of the primary color scheme it creates. I may have put this one a little too high up, but I'll stand by it. There's nothing super wrong here. You've got an acceptable color palette and some mixed patterns, but I can see someone really liking this outfit. I think they wanted to tie the dark trim of the top into the skirt, and the shoes are pulling from those rainbow stripes. Am I crazy, or are these shoes kind of a genius match for the pineapple patch on the capris? It's like just enough of a tropical theme to look intentional. The pastel greens and pinks between the top and bottom are working really well too. This outfit is a little boring, but it does work well, and I kind of miss this dramatic A-line silhouette. The shoes are kind of random, sure, but I don't think they're that bad. It's pretty, right? Almost doubted myself again, but no, the top and skirt are working together very nicely. Am I just numb to the dark shoe motif at this point? It's like I don't even see them. Maybe it's brainwashing. Let's see, this is a cute dress, and it avoids a lot of unflattering contrast just by being a unified piece. Would I use those pink shoes? No, but they do contribute really cute white socks that do work with the outfit, so I see the appeal. I'm not a huge fan of this dress, spoilers for my unit dress ranking next week, but those shoes are a perfect match for it, so I have to respect it. It's a little unfair and almost too easy, but to give credit where credit is due, they look good together. More nautical bias incoming. I really like the print of the top, and I appreciate that the jeweled necklace ties into the rhinestones on the skirt. The gray socks are fine here, they help cool down the overall palette, and the red shoes I suspect are once again for Kaide's hair color. They also match the red stripes, so that's cool. These boots are still kind of weird to me, but they look pretty at home with this outfit. It's a mess of prints and patterns, but the loudness of the pieces do fit each other very well tonally. Not my personal style, but I'm sure this looks great to someone. This is a really simple outfit, but it's still taking risks that pay off in my opinion. The zebra print shorts offer a fun contrast to the graphic star print sleeve cuffs, which is a detail I might have overlooked otherwise. The striped shoes are a bit off from the palette, but they maintain the stripe theme and aren't distracting. The half-plaid skirt is a challenging piece because it has so much going on. The shoes and fishnet stockings play up the edgier tone, but the pink sweater is a surprisingly effective way to soften it. It's an odd combination, but I do sense a lot of intention behind these choices. This outfit also feels like it's cheating since these pieces are clearly meant to go together, but I actually wish they were separated since the loose billowy fabric doesn't look as good when it's used for both the top and the skirt. There's a real lack of structure here that holds all the pieces back. Obviously, we see this outfit in the anime, and I consider it to be pretty basic. The tube top, mini skirt, and thigh-length boots are all fairly mature pieces, especially in a dark neutral color palette. It does look cute, but it's not doing anything particularly creative. In comparison, there's a lot of ideas being put into this outfit. The yellow is the most dominant element. I think it was going for pink accents, but they accidentally ended up with this gradient from a pastel pink in the top to more of a fuchsia in the shoes. It's interesting, and the dark stockings are once again falling more into the background for me. This one is so random, but I like it somehow. The subtle graphic prints on the top and tights don't compete with each other too much, and the skirt is simple enough to give them room to breathe. The shoes are trying to pull in some of the blue from the top too. It's not very elegant, but it looks fun to me. I get the feeling that the green skirt would work surprisingly well with the magenta in this top. You can kind of see it in the picture, but we need the full body image to tell for sure. The chunky boots would help emphasize the playfulness of the outfit, and I think it would look tonally consistent at the very least. I'm a little bit of a sucker for the cheerleading theme, and I love rainbows, so I fought myself pretty hard not to rank this one any higher. I do love this, but I have to admit that the intricate pattern on the top is not matching the graphic embellishments on the skirt. The high heels look like they relate more to the top than the skirt as well. Here I could nitpick the way the blacks in the skirt and top don't match, or that none of the pinks match, but I'll cut this outfit some slack. It does work very well if you ignore those slight inconsistencies. I'd probably only want the pink chain to be changed to gold. I'm really sorry for the blurry image, we have to stretch our imaginations on this one. The top and shorts are a really easy combination, so everything hinges on the shoes and socks. They are, once again, a randomly dark color. But I see that the socks have purple stripes, and somehow that has convinced me that this shoe choice was somewhat intentional. It's fine, right? This outfit is so close to being really good, but it's held back by the off color of the boots. The brown and pink are just a little too cool to match the jacket, and the silhouette of the skirt. To me, the skirt is just a little too long here. I'm no fashion proportion expert, but there's an awkwardness to the length of these pieces that I'm just not enjoying as much as I want to. This one is only up here because of how well I think the top and skirt match each other. The shoes are on extremely thin ice, and I think the spotted socks only somewhat fit in. Where are all the black shoes we've been seeing? Did they use them all up in the pastel outfits already? I'm glad this coord has an official name. I've been curious about it since my very first video. We don't see the shoes, which are the biggest wildcards in the list so far, but the top and skirt are doing fine together. Perhaps even cute, or dare I say, interesting. These shoes are doing absolutely nothing of value here, but at least they aren't distracting. The dress is very cute and playful, and I do hope it was intentional to match Takaide's hair since that's been such a focus of her outfit so far. Look at this, somewhat matching prints. I almost can't believe it. The sunset color scheme is also really nice, and the bows on the shoes play into the knotted sections on the vest and skirt. Very cute. We finally get another Christmas design! And although I obviously think the classic red color is vastly superior to the green version, that red, green, and yellow plaid trim is still not working for me. Am I just too much of a traditionalist to enjoy it? I'm really not sure. This feels like a weird alternate version of Valentine style, but I don't hate it. I definitely don't like the black flowers on the shoes or the dark blue trim on the top, but otherwise these are some of my favorite colors. I've said it before, but I love the combination of pastel pink, pastel blue, and white. It's pretty. I don't know if the bar is just pretty low at this point or this is actually a really cute outfit, but I love this. The orange on the shoes matches the top, and the socks and shorts match so well too. The silhouette is also pretty nice, with the chunky boots adding nice weight to it. Good job! A pretty consistent color palette, an effort to tie the patterns of the top and skirt into the shoes, and a classic silhouette. I docked points for the socks being off palette, but they did their best here. This contrast between the green and orange is working really nicely in my opinion. You even get the pink and orange accents on the top tying into the skirt. The shoes are a little off, but again not too distracting. Is it harsh to say that I think this is a good outfit but still a little lazy? Sure, the crop top and short set is a classic mature combination, and the studded gladiator sandals emphasize that too, but there's not much going on in terms of visual interest. In this case, I appreciate the interesting dress design a lot more. It has the same shoes, but the stripes on the dress create a better visual rhythm with the straps on the sandals. If the studs on the sandals were more prominent, they'd match the silver belt a lot more. Don't be mad, I'm very interested in this silhouette. We've discussed my affection for the rainbow cheerleading theme in the top, and this low-waisted tutu skirt is fascinating to me. I think the pointed hemlines in each piece look really good together, and although the shoes are once again a little weird, I think they aren't that bad. I want to like this one. Hello again, Christmas. The silhouette and cut of these pieces is adorable. I still don't really like the inclusion of pink in Christmas designs though, since it feels more Valentine's-y to me. If the pink sections were plain white, it might have been in my top 10. This is my rainbow preference showing through again. Isn't this skirt so cute? I think pairing it with the graphic purple tank top and pink shoes was a great choice. It feels very feminine and playful. Not my personal style, but Kaide looks amazing in this outfit, so I needed it to be up here. There's a nice level of texture and pattern variation without being overwhelming, and the blue socks are at least trying to tie into the blue accents in the top. Very lovely. This top and bottom are two more pieces that look made for each other. There's a slight difference in their themes, with the top being slightly more abstract, but I don't think it's that distracting. The shoes are, again, a random dark color, but I do appreciate the flowers on them. This outfit is very cute. The linear elements in the crop top contrast nicely with the organic shapes of the skirt, and the gladiator sandals combine the linear shapes with the skirt's dark color. No notes. I must be really impressed by the color matching between the orange trim in the top and the orange in the skirt, because I wouldn't have expected this outfit to rank so high for me otherwise. The mixed prints all look intentional, to me at least, and I like how fun this feels. This is another outfit from the anime, and it does look really cute. The jacket and skirt both have this V shape in the front that creates a good visual flow between them, and the shoes are carrying the black down to the bottom of the outfit for consistency. Very good. No model here, so I have to guess at what this one would look like, but I think it's a very safe silhouette that also takes a bold risk with that dramatic shirt pattern. The leg jewelry will be interesting to see as well. I'm taking a chance on it. This is the blue version of Beauty Umbrella. I like this one so much better because it uses the rainy day theme a lot better. I think it's a little bulky, but the dramatic shape is genuinely interesting. I think it deserves to be this high up for its visual impact alone. Here's another outfit from the anime. I agree with Mikuru, this is a good combination of bold elements that still feels well considered. The shoes are a nice attempt to soften up the overall tone. I think it looks energetic in a good way. I've already mentioned that I like pastel pink, pastel blue, and white together, but I also like the more saturated version of that palette. I think the blue sweater is just warm enough to look good with the pink skirt, and I'm really biased toward the red, blue, and white check pattern. Even the shoes look fine to me. This is a cute outfit, and I want to point out how threatening the studded boots are. It feels weirdly fitting for this McDonald's ad to have a vaguely ominous element to it. As an anime coord, I kind of expect this level of cohesiveness. I'm a little torn about the black accents on the boots. They could have integrated better into the other pieces, but it's a cool look regardless. Bet you didn't expect to see Miku here, did you? This is an official Aikatsu coord, I promise, and I've had to make the bold judgment that her iconic silver, black, and cyan outfit is not the height of fashion I am looking for. It does look great on her though. Okay, so it's fall for me, and I am so into this outfit. The camo and plaid prints are just subtle enough to work together, the green jacket ties into the green socks, and the yellow charm on the pants saves the day by bringing in the yellow from the boots. Genius combination. Hikari is a legend for this outfit, I respect it so much. The black, white, and silver makes a really sleek palette, and the bright fuchsia accents add just the right amount of liveliness to it. The tutu skirt helps keep the overall tone more youthful, which is very appreciated. All three of these pieces are really interesting to me, especially in combination. The black and white accents give a nice amount of contrast to the blue base shades, and they do a great job of balancing linear designs and organic shapes. Can anyone else feel the ghost of Hannah Montana in this outfit? I know in my logical mind that these pink boots are not quite working here, but it's reminding me so strongly of fashion from my childhood that the nostalgia is winning me over here. This is less controversial, all of these pieces are working pretty well. I like the texture being added by the lace shorts, they almost look fluffy, which is a great contrast to the structured leather vest. The shoes do a great job of pulling the pink and blue from the top, as well as the strappiness of the layered jewelry. Simple, elegant, casual. This one almost feels too easy. If you walked into a party wearing this, no one would even question you. The shoes match the tone perfectly, although they are kind of cut off in the picture. Very cool, very flashy. Another anime outfit. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think those gray socks look very good here, but it's such a minor critique that I'd rather just appreciate how cute the rest of the pieces are. It's hard to go wrong with monochromatic looks. I'm feeling a little tricked by myself with this one. I definitely didn't notice how purple the shoes were, but I'll stand by its ranking. I can't tell if it was intentional to have the red accents match Ichigo's ribbon, but it does work really well. There's a slightly grungy element to the top, which is emphasized by the cutout leggings, and I can appreciate the tonal novelty. I'm being very biased toward Ki again. I definitely think she makes this outfit look extra cute. But it is genuinely clever how the color of the vest matches the skirt trim, and the shoes are at least trying to follow the blue and pink palette, even if they are undersaturated. It's cohesive and fun. This one is cheating, the one piece outfits always are, but I've accepted it. This is a great look. And we never get to see jumpsuits or overalls. The capris are pretty outdated, I think, but for Aikatsu standards, this is a really interesting look. I adore this outfit. I never realized how much I love animal prints until now. Maybe it's obvious by now, but I think the white, blue, and red in the skirt and shoes go really well together. The leopard print top gives just enough extra texture variation for me, and the off-shoulder neckline is really nice too. Adorable. Is this a basic look? Yes. But it also is just flawless to me. I don't think there's much you can pick on here. Even the shoes are finally contributing by matching the top. The rhinestones on the top match the flowers on the shorts in color and value. There's subtle texture variation and it looks great. Okay, so polar opposite here, this coord is actually the fan-made winner of a design competition. I don't love every aspect of this, mosaic and patchwork patterns are always iffy to me, but I admire the creativity of this origami outfit so much that I kept raising its position on the list. Definitely more key bias here. I'm honestly not sure how my brain would like this dress so much otherwise. When I look at that strip of pink bubble pattern, I don't want it to be here, but when I look at the overall outfit, I'm perfectly happy. It's light, it's fresh, it's fun. I will put aside my criticism and welcome it into the top 10. Absolutely no offense to Aoi here, but I think this outfit would be at maximum appeal if her hair was down. If you fill out the silhouette with long hair, this is a perfect nautical outfit. What I'm saying is, I want to wear this. I would look good in this, give it to me please. It's hard to understand why I liked this so much, but here we are. It's gotta be the color palette. The primary color palette has been tinted more orange and it looks really warm and glowy. The playful patterns are well integrated and I love the retro theme. I think there's something wrong with me. The pink shoes should not work this well in my brain. I just love the bulky shape of the jacket and shoes paired with the sleekness of the shorts and socks. It really only is working so well because Ichigo's ribbon matches the shorts, but I have to follow my heart and put it this high up. I also can't deny how cute I think these shoes look with this sweater. The plaid print of the pants is giving them an extra cozy feeling to me, and it's partly because it's so cold outside where I live right now. Every piece has a graphic design element to it, and that makes them fit together better for me. I don't want to answer questions. I would put this one higher if I could justify it. The shoes are too random to be here. That's what I should be saying, but I'm completely obsessed with the skirt. Even though the shirt is so much more saturated, it uses the same hues. Fascinating. I really thought this outfit would be number 1 for a while, but here we are. I don't know what it is. None of these pieces are my usual style, but they just look so good together. The shoes and top are both really playful, and the skirt grounds them both in a slightly edgier tone. The colors are also really well balanced. I love navy blue and white, and I also love cyan. The boots pulling that cyan color from the shoes feels smarter than it is to me. Part of this outfit's appeal has also got to be Rin's matching headband, right? There's subtle pattern variation, and overall I just can't resist this look. Here it is, my integrity on full display. This is the perfect Christmas outfit. Everything I could ask for with no weird creative deviations. Classic holiday magic and fun, but I was strong and I didn't put it in first place. I hope you're proud of me. There is no escaping how adorable this outfit is. Honestly, the top and shorts match so well, I want this to be Akari's default outfit. The boots being striped with pink and orange brings just a little bit of the palette in, but the light leather base color helps ground everything in a nice earthy tone. Amazing, incredible, I hope you at least kind of agree. Hey, stay here. I want to put your coord in a video. I appreciate you so much for being here, and I want to say thank you with the whole video showcasing everyone's personal coords. No critique, no ranking, just pure appreciation and positivity. I want to see your style and celebrate it together for the holidays. You can look through all of the Aikatsu cards on the wikis linked in the description and combine literally any of them together. Any series, any brands, premium rares, whatever you want. Just leave a comment with the card names from your coord by November 30th, 2023, and I'll put them all together. If you want to name your coord or be anonymous, just say so in your comment. Let me know your favorite good coords and look out for my unit dress ranking next week. Bye bye.
Good job, Ore.